What's up, fam? What's good?
What day is it, boo?
Time to go pick up the new rig.
Erin is outside going over all of the outdoor features. I'm going to go ahead and take you through and show you the inside. Come on. So we are going to start with my favorite, most important area in the house. Get your minds out the gutter. I'm not talking about that room. I'm talking about my kitchen. You guys know I love to cook. I do my little tiny kitchen cooking show, and you know, with us being foodies, it's much more economic to cook in than go out. So yeah, one of my musts for our new rig was a larger kitchen with ample counter space, and this one really delivers. I mean, have you seen the counters in here? I have so many, including this sink, which I just love. I love the farm sink, but I also love the fact that it came with this handy dandy little, I don't know what it is, a sink strainer maybe, but it folds up really easy like this. So you can get it out of the way, or you can open it and either use this as an additional strainer, or just to have counter space while you're cooking. Oh, my counter's over here. I love this area. Look at how huge it is. I can fit my Instapot, I can fit my air fryer. Got a little wax warmer over there just so it smells all pretty in here. And then I still have a lot of room for when I'm cooking. As you see, we have so many different cabinets and drawers. It really fit everything and then some. The only thing that this kitchen is missing is an actual pantry. I really don't miss it too much. We have temporarily put in this extra little shelving unit that we had in the other one, just so that I have an area for Simba's dog food, the dish strainer, and some other things, and that's just until I get in here and really organize, and then we're going to get rid of this. Next, it has a standard microwave and gas stove. In my Class C, I was always having to manually light the stove and the oven, which kind of terrified me. I just knew that one day I was going to end up burning my eyebrows off, but with this one, it's super easy. It offers a pilot light for both the stove and the oven, which is a lifesaver. And my next favorite part, which I already mentioned, is my sink. I am in love with this sink. That's weird, right? I know it is, but this sink is so large and deep. It makes it so much easier to do the dishes and do food prep. On the opposite wall, we have our dinette area and our pull-out recliners. I haven't figured out what I'm going to do with this area yet, but I do love all the windows and the view of the lake. And then we have the private bunkhouse with the half bath. This is Dimitri's area and offers a dinette and 2 bunks. You tell everybody how much you love your new house? Huh? You've got so much room to run around and play. You've got your toy box. You're going to ignore everybody, aren't you? Okay. All right. Back to the tour. It's already wired for a second AC unit, which we're going to take advantage of once we get all of the solar taken care of. Come in. It's just you guys. Okay, so I'm not even going to lie. I love my new bathroom. It is so spacious. Did you see me in the shower? Well, you know, that's another video. We're not going there. But this shower is huge. You can literally fit 2 people in here. I am so excited to have a normal sized shower again. And then I have a little stool so that I can shave my legs. I feel human again. Not that I didn't like our other shower. It did its job, but it wasn't very roomy. And I mean, the shower, I mean, look at this. It has a lot of features that we didn't have in the Class C. One of the biggest things I think is going to be the electric hot water heater. You can convert it from electric to gas. So we keep it on electric all the time, and literally I can take a full shower and wash my hair, condition, and shave my legs and not run out of hot water, which is fantastic. And then our tech that went over everything with us, he said to throw on the gas if you've got a lot of people taking it as well, so you can have the electric and the gas on, so everybody will get a hot shower. That's pretty cool. Hey, what are you guys doing over here? Checking out the fireplace. This is Aaron's favorite spot in the house. It's really cool. It has the fireplace. You can put it on to where it's temperature control and it puts out heat, or just put it on for the aesthetics. We actually have been putting it on every night. We love just sitting here and watching TV and looking at the fire. All right, so now I'm just debating, do I want to go out and see the tour of the outside with the guys, or do I want to just lounge here and take a little bit of nap by the fireplace? Guess I better go check them out and see what they're up to. Come on.
So I always like to start front, we'll work our way around, and we'll check all the bells and whistles on the inside. Right here is going to control your landing gear. So when the trailer is hooked up to the truck, we'll pull this handle, we'll drop the feet to about 6 inches from the ground. Not all the way down, just about 6 inches. And then we'll use the motor to bring it rest away. Down, extend, bring the nose up, and then the track will bring the nose back down. Your storage compartment is a 751 key. That is the most standard key in the entire industry.
Right. So
And if we want to get that swapped out, we can get that swapped out, because that anybody can get in there.
I do suggest take the chamber out, take it to like a Home Depot or something, get it your own personal key. If you go to an RV place, they're just going to sell you the exact same key.
Right.
Magnet locks.
Oh, nice.
No longer worrying about a latch, just goes right up and stays. Your storage compartment, you have access to in from here. Your battery's over on this side. You do have a light switch in here as well, button right in the middle. And then your spare tire's right in here as well.
Perfect.
Okay, so there's plenty of room in here for me to put my inverter, 3 or 4 extra batteries.
Have your breakaway and your 7-way. Which eventually you'll have one probably in the bed of the truck.
Okay.
It'll make it a lot easier for towing instead of having it go over the tailgate.
Okay.
We do have one of our propane tanks, and the other one's going to be on the other side. But on this side is where your selector is for which tank you want.
Okay.
It's a little hard to see because it is in black. But the lever is pointing this way, which is going to this tank.
Okay.
You can keep both tanks open. But if you do that, once this one runs out, it will automatically switch over, and that will drain all your propane. Okay. I do suggest to keep one open at a time. That way you know when this one's out, you can come over here,
and then just
switch over to the other side,
and when that one runs out, switch over.
Exactly.
So just alternating back and forth.
So that way you're not draining all your propane, but you strain it with nothing.
Right. And then what we'll do is we'll also get the gauges on there, so we have that too.
The easiest way I found to tell how much is in there, hot water. Pour it over it, the condensation will go right up to how full it is.
Oh, that's smart.
So your storage compartment you have access to from both sides. This is your power cord. We have ours that we plug into it. All right, so right over here we have all of our water connections. So you run all your hoses up through here and keep your compartment door shut while you're camping, not having the hose sit here and people be able to access it. So are we ever going to be storing this somewhere freezing?
No.
No?
When it starts to get cold, we go.
As long as you're in it, that's fine. I mean, storing, not using
no
it.
storing.
So we're not going to have to worry about winterizing it, but if you were ever going to store it and not use the water heater, after you drain the water, I do suggest to bypass the water heater.
Okay.
City water connection. Are we going to campsites, dry camping?
Yeah.
Campsites.
Just campsites?
No, we'll boondock too, but
Okay, just so I have an idea.
right, yeah.
So campsites, you do want to get a water pressure regulator.
Got
These
that.
lines are only rated for 45 pounds. A freshwater drinking hose. and a separate hose for your sandy flush.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have an inline water filter?
Yes.
Okay. I do suggest the regulator before the water filter. Just in
I
case.
usually do the regulator at the
Water
spigot and then down through everything.
Right, so our connection right here is where everything's gonna drain at.
Okay.
So our black tank is gonna be strictly just the toilet, and our gray is going to be the kitchen sink, bathroom
Showers.
sink, and shower. So when we're dumping our tanks, we'll hook our sewer hose up, have that go inside the drain. So you'll pull your black tank, let everything start draining out. While that's draining, take that separate water hose, not the freshwater drinking,
and do your flush.
do your flush. Make sure this handle is open. If you don't, it will
we've
create
had-
back pressure and it'll go up.
We've had that before.
We learned the very
We know about
first
the poop geyser.
outing. Yep, we had it happen.
I've heard stories.
Oh, it was
We lived those stories
disgusting.
firsthand.
And then once you're all done, turn off the water, close the black, open up the gray just to wash everything else
Gotcha.
out. You have a blue coil hose
Okay.
inside, and that's gonna just cold water only.
Okay. And then you could use that to spray down things, toys, give the dog a bath, and all of that good
Someone's
stuff.
getting out, neighbors getting out of line.
Gotcha. Wet t-shirt contest.
Satellite cable going in.
Okay.
You do have a second gray as well.
Okay.
So that one's more likely gonna be just the shower and bathroom. This one's gonna be the kitchen sink. These two right here will drain all your water lines throughout the entire coach.
So those are gonna just let all of my fresh water will come out of that.
The lines.
Okay.
Just the lines.
Oh, whatever's
not
in the
tank.
lines. Gotcha.
Yes. Normally wouldn't need access to here, but once again, if it's not lighting off propane, inside here is where the banana spiders or mud daubers are gonna climb. Flea collar over on this side.
Gotcha.
Your back tanks are gonna be, so yeah, it's just the black.
Yeah, because there's no shower here. So, but where does that
But
sink?
there's a
That
sink.
That
sink
sink
goes
goes into the
into
same black.
the
Into
black.
The black?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So that's good
That's
to know
why
too.
I was checking to see.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, sandy flush for that one, and it's only one tank for everything in the back.
Okay, so we're gonna need to get a sewer
Y.
hose that has a Y to get
Okay.
from there to there and then down into this.
Your receiver can hold up to 300 pounds. Not meant for towing, but you can hold up to 300 pounds on. Roof is fully walkable front to back. Keep in mind it is a curved roof, so they do not suggest partying up there.
It's pre-wired for a backup camera.
For the Voyager backup camera is what it's
Oh,
pre-wired.
for the Voyager, so I have to
Yes.
get a specific camera.
Yes, it's not Furion, it's Voyager. To fill your freshwater tank, so if we are going to be dry camping, this is where we'd fill up our freshwater tank. When it is full, it'll be flowing out this top corner right here, and of course out the center. This one here controls your stabilizers, not levelers, just stabilizers. Keep the trailer from wobbling around when you're inside.
And how many total stabilizers? Is it 2 here in the back and then 2 in the
Just
front?
the two
Just the two?
stabilizers and the leveling in the front. Or the landing gear is what they call it in the front. I usually go to about there.
And then
Just
flatten it down.
even with your foot, you can go out and straighten them out. Fridge will only work if you're plugged in. That's a 110 fridge only, or generator. You do
So
have
we got to
a-
remember when we're traveling, you can if you keep stuff in there, it's not going to stay cold.
Well, if you plug it in like say the night
But if I
before
put it-
and it's cold, leave stuff in it.
but once I install inverter and everything, then that'll still power 110, right?
Yeah, you can run it off this plug, because I mean, depending on what plug
Yeah,
you want to
well,
run it off
okay.
of, you can run it off the plug that this one's on, and then actually run this fridge off just the inverter.
Gotcha.
Push button right in the middle. Liquor cabinet.
Liquor cabinet.
Can't say that on video.
I already figured it out.
You do have a lock too, so
Okay.
it doesn't accidentally go in.
Okay, nice. Yeah. My outdoor kitchen wasn't a requirement, but it was a wish list thing.
So when this valve is sideways, it allows the slider to work.
Now, is this the same propane that
That
runs
goes
up
off your
front?
main supply,
Okay.
yes. It allows that slider to work, but it closes the valve behind it.
So it has an igniter where
Yeah,
it just
igniter right here, and right when you turn it to it, you can hear.
Yeah.
Just
I'll
takes
just
a
wait
second
for the
for
propane
the.
to get to it.
There you go.
Okay.
Back here and then pull towards you.
That ladder's taller than you.
I was gonna say, you know I'm too short for this.
Make sure it's nice and flush here.
Okay.
If this is sitting too high,
Okay.
this door will not
Not
close. You can force the door closed,
But then you're gonna
stairs
wanna-
go in.
Okay.
Your
Yeah.
feet are adjustable.
Okay.
See the little button here? When
Okay.
you push that in, that'll allow them to go in. But you can just pull out when you'll hear it click, click, click all the way out.
Okay, good.
So right over here is going to be our monitor panel. So we have battery, which is low, 11.2, 11.7, 12.3. 12.3 is charging the battery. So pretty much low, fair, good.
Now, is that going to be pretty comparable to, because we have lithium. We're going to change out to get lithium battery.
It should still monitor it the exact same way.
Okay.
When you are plugged into Sure Power, you're charging the battery.
Okay.
When you're plugged into a tow vehicle, you're charging the battery. Before 15, when you turn off the engine, it keeps charging the battery.
Oh,
After
so we could drain
15,
the battery.
When you turn off the engine, it stops charging the battery.
Okay,
I
so
learned that one the hard way.
So you have to make sure that you disconnect this. You could
You
potentially
can leave it all
drain your
hooked up,
battery.
just
Yeah.
unplug that 7.
Right.
Freshwater tank, empty, 1/3, 2/3 full.
We don't
Black
really go over
1
those anyway.
is going towards the front of the coach, so it's the front bathroom. Black 2 is the back. Gray 1 is the front. Gray 2 is the back. Your water pump. So if you're dry camping, that's how you get pressurized water to your water lines. Your water heater on gas or your water heater on electricity. So on gas, it takes about a half hour to 45 minutes to heat up that 6 gallons. On electricity, 45 minutes to an hour. If you want to heat it up 3 times as fast, as long as you're plugged into Sure Power, you can have both on at the same time.
Oh, that's all right. Here, I'll hook that up.
So that's your breakaway.
Okay. So
If for some reason the hitch would have failed and the trailer to come off, that would pull out, lock up the wheels so the trailer can go rolling past you as you drive down the road.
Oh gosh.
over the ledge like that one.
Like the
You saw that one?
Yeah.
like the jet ski did to me when I was moving it. On the
I was
moving
hanging
truck.
by the chains.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I was like, that's the main reason for safety chains
Oh, my
on travel
God.
trailers.
Jeez.
All right.
I don't think I saw
I'm gonna
that.
squeeze out of here real quick.
Yeah, you better scoot out of there.
So you can get one with a 7-way plug in the bed. But
Or you
this
could
one
have
you
it
can
hang over. Okay.
And if you have the 7-way in the bed, it's going to have the same door on it. See this little tab right here? So this tab right here is going to be your lock for your 7-way.
Okay.
If that goes in and that's sitting up like that, that's not locked in.
Okay, you want to push it in.
You want to make
lock.
sure, see how that went all the way down? That is now locked in, and that's going to keep it from falling out.
Got it.
I could always do this before I even unplug.
Yeah. Now, when hooking it up, always make sure the truck is turned off
Okay.
before hooking up your 7-way. I've had surges of power where it will pop the charge line fuse under the hood,
Oh wow.
and it won't charge your battery once that line's popped,
So you'll get to your campsite and have dead batteries.
Right.
depending on what you have running. Through the paint, that's actually where you're.
Oh wow. Okay.
We're gonna check the lights. So if you do buy a new truck, those
When
new
we
trucks
have
have
them,
auto. Auto will not turn on your running lights during the day.
Oh, okay.
You
So
have
we
to
gotta make sure we
physically
have
turn
them
the
on.
lights on.
You know what
Okay.
it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah.
You'd be amazed how many people have no idea what's happening. Going left. That's good, right? That's good. Brakes.
Brakes.
All right. So the only time your camera is on is when the running lights are on. That's one of the reasons why I say always drive with your lights.
Oh, you guys still here? All right, so I lost Aaron to outside. He is enjoying all of his little gadgets and figuring out how he's going to do this and that, his solar, his batteries, all that. So anyway, hope you enjoyed our tour of our new house. And until next time, ciao for now.